Welcome gamers, Hazzador here, and today I'm going to answer the question, should you buy For Honor? This is a video series where before a game comes out, I make a decision myself whether I should buy a specific game or not. Without even playing the game itself, this is based on the betas, trailers and opinions from others who have played the game, so let's get into this. Now as for the beta, I put a few hours into it. I made a review of the beta, so I'll link that in the description as well and put a card on screen for that, but the beta overall was pretty positive. There were a few negatives, don't get me wrong, but overall, I think it really did intrigue me to buy the game at launch, because it had enough of interesting things in it to make me want to buy it. The gameplay itself was definitely its selling point. But one of the problems I did have was, of course, it got boring rather quickly, and that does seem to be a problem from Ubisoft games quite recently, that they just don't have enough longevity. Most recently, of course, was The Division, which got boring after you hit max level. The end game was absolutely rubbish, and I mean, people just stopped playing it once they got to end game. And is For Honor going to be similar to this? I hope not. If you unlock every single character in the game, which I think there are like 10 or maybe 20 of them, is it going to get boring after that and the gameplay going to get very stale? I really hope not, because this game has a lot of potential. And one thing I must point out is that this game is much better when playing with friends. If you want to buy this game and play solo, just be aware that you'll probably get bored rather quickly. 4v4 mode you'll be with strangers, 2v2 mode you'll be playing with someone you don't even know, and you can't just play 1v1 all the time, because that does get pretty boring. Of course you can go over to the story, but how much missions do we have? I think the story mode will only last like 10 hours, and I think the story mode may actually be the place where this game fails. I feel that the multiplayer could be pretty good, but the campaign lets it down massively, and the developers just concentrate on the PvP aspect of this game. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that the campaign has had minimal effort put into it, and it's just there to make this not a PvP only game mode to attract people who like campaigns in video games. Now before you make a decision whether you should buy this game or not, the biggest thing you should be worried about is that Ubisoft have their hands all over this game, and we all know how bad they can be. They are without a doubt regarded as one of the worst people in the gaming industry because of stuff like Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, The Division, just disappointing again and again, but of course they've done stuff like Rainbow Six Siege, which have absolutely succeeded. So I think this new IP For Honor could go either way. It could surprise everyone and turn it to be really good, and of course everyone will be happy, but it may flop, be really different from the trailers and get boring after like 5 or 6 hours, and everyone will feel like they've been robbed. The game has a season pass, but it's sort of like Rainbow Six Siege where the season pass holders get content earlier, but the people who don't own it get it like a week or so afterwards. So I think the season pass is actually a waste of money. You're just getting the same content as everyone else just a week or so earlier. For £30, is it worth it? Not at all. And one thing I'm going to point out that's going to push a lot of people away from this game is that it is online only. Even if you're playing the campaign, you have to be connected to the internet. And I don't see a point in that at all. If you're playing a campaign or story mode, why do you need to be connected to the servers? I mean, that's just beyond me. That's going to put a lot of people off the game, because some people don't even have connection to the internet nowadays, or don't have a very good connection. So why Ubisoft have chose to do this is absolutely beyond belief. And without a doubt, a lot of people are going to not buy this because they simply don't have a good enough internet connection, and they'll just lag out or disconnect randomly, and it'll frustrate them and really harness their experience. So overall, what do I think this game's going to be like? I think it's going to be short and sweet. I think it's going to be a 10, possibly 20 hour experience that is very good, but after a while, the things you do get very repetitive. The combat gets boring, the story mode has no replay value, and the heroes don't have enough variety after you've used all of them and unlocked all their skills and just progressed to the max level. But of course this game could go the opposite way and disappoint absolutely everybody, because Ubisoft are no stranger to misleading their customers. So to answer the question, should you buy For Honor, I think you should definitely wait for reviews or wait for a sale to go on. I'm going to buy the game at launch because I'm really intrigued to see how this game turns out. But if you don't have much money, or you don't like buying games without knowing if they're going to be good or not, definitely don't buy For Honor at launch, because it could go either way. I think it's a massive risk to buy this game without watching any reviews or even knowing what the game's like before buying it. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe for more.